and he was just flavor of the month. I haven't seen him in such a long time, and he's still pretty decent. But I mean, the Deathfire Grasp has affected him a bit, but still,
Yeah. Well, it's
people
coming
tend
back.
to, yeah,
I'm
people
excited.
tend to just look at the nerfs and stuff, even if it's not big nerfs. They tend to just not gonna play that.
Yeah. For those solo queue wanderers out there, yeah, stick to your character, do the best you can with it, and if the nerfs are really that bad, then maybe then you can set yourself free and, you know,
Yeah, if it's that bad, you will notice. So.
yeah.
And then Lee Sin and Malphite Bang going out. Lee Sin really good physical damage jungler early. Lots of damage at the first levels. When he reaches level 3, he has huge utility and damage. Really strong in the jungle.
Yeah.
Malphite, big team fighting potential. Ezreal banned now as well, even though he's nerfed, I think, in this patch. Or is his W not nerfed?
Yeah, his W
Attack
doesn't
speed slow.
reduce it. Yeah, it doesn't do that anymore. But he's still fairly strong for escapes and stuff. So
Yeah, he got good mobility and positioning. I still play him in solo queue if I get my hands on him. But yeah,
yeah,
and Shogath banned.
I just started
Lots.
straying away from it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys
Well,
spread the word and tweet this tournament and post crazy on forums and stuff. It is an interesting tournament to watch. We got some great players here. We got people picking Draven. We got people picking Orianna as if that character wasn't ridiculous enough. We got a Mumu here. It's gonna be a wild match actually. So what do you think about blue team? Clearly the Amumu ult with the Lulu ult is gonna be pretty silly. They have Graves for kind of a mid game, a little bit
yeah,
of
and
late game shift.
they got the really good AoE team fights as well. I mean, if they can push everyone up with Lulu, Amumu stun, and the AoE from Graves, he has kind of bursty AoE damage for a attack damage carry. So he is really good in team fights.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Just make sure.
And hovering over the Maokai, and now the Udyr, not the Syra being locked in. Probably as support, I'd say. Yes. And then Maokai. Strong ganker, especially in mid. Good jungler. But if he gets his blue stolen, it will slow in and he won't be able to gank. And that's the same for Amumu. If he gets counter jungled and gets his blue stolen, he's gonna have a rough time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Jax and Katarina being picked up by blue team. Jax going hyper carry into the late game and has decent mobility at early game with his Q. Katarina will probably be roaming very hard. I like her after the fix or the recustomization of her.
Orianna, yeah, it's pretty strong stuff.
Mm,
I'm just trying to fix the announcing right now for this. I'm trying to get it to... It won't let me do it. Oh well. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
because now when you play Katarina, you don't have to choose between having the heal reduce or the reduced damage. And you get some movement speed with your W, and the ult has become a bit better as well. So an overall buff on Katarina, making her viable. And that poke is so annoying with the Qs coming out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting game. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty excited for it. Like you said earlier, just it's going to be an AoE mess. We've got Maokai in there. We got Rumble. You've got damage reduction on one hand, which helps your team, and then if you position the Rumble ult in it and you're fighting in the Rumble ult, that can do up to 1k health. Pretty damaging, but then you have Jax the hyper carry, and as long as he picks off one person, Katarina can just go to town, and Mumu can hold him in place, and Lulu will definitely ult someone when they need it, knocking
Yeah,
up and CCing, so...
and Draven won't have that much of an escape. He only has his movement speed increase.
Yeah.
And if Jax jumps on him, Katarina jumps. If she gets the reset, it's gonna be a mess for the purple team. But if they can shut her down, it's gonna be good for them.
This
They're
ought to
probably
be
gonna win
good.
the fight then.
Yeah, this ought to be a good match. I'm excited. Let's see if we can't get the Twitch chat here. Look, we got. Hopefully that'll work out. I don't know anymore. What the hell? I don't know. We got the Twitch chat here, I assume, presumptively. And we got the client over here on the side, so they get to see each other talk. It'll be pretty interesting. Jax versus Solo Rumble. Yeah, it will be interesting. Jax versus Rumble, unless they go for a 2v1. I don't think Rumble can hang in a 2v1. He'd just too squishy early, but...
What do you think of the Rumble Jax matchup? Who wins that? Because I don't play top that often. And I know
okay.
you do.
That's an interesting matchup. I think... Hold on, let me just change the scene here. Alright, so like you're picking Rumble and you have Maokai. So the ganks, as long as Maokai can hold him long enough to get two flamethrowers off, the gank will be solid. The thing is that it goes both ways, because if Jax gets a gank from a Mumu around, you know, a good bandage toss or 6, I mean, it's 2 whole seconds of being stunned. So if he doesn't get Merc Treads, you got Jax wailing on you for a 2 whole... It's definitely a jungle matchup. But in terms of 1v1, I think it depends on how Jax uses the bushes and stuff, and how much Rumble will let him use the bushes. Because if you land an Empower and a Leap Strike, and then you run away, I mean, that's good damage for nothing, really. You don't have to commit after that. But if you want to commit, you know, we all know how that goes with Jax. The more you fight Jax, the more alt procs you're going to take, and it's just going to chunk your health away.
Yeah. And Maokai ganks are gonna be really, really strong pre-6, but at the same time, after 6 or post-6, Amumu is gonna exceed at the ganking with his ultimate. I mean, if he goes in, he can just flash ultimate, he's gonna have a safe stun with his bandage toss guaranteed, and then the Jax following up with his stun, so
yeah,
Rumble could be perma-stunned.
It's definitely gonna be interesting, because... It's going to take a lot of team effort here, because I know the Orianna-Katarina matchup is pretty much you save your ult for Katarina, or she's going to land a full ult on you. So it goes both ways, because the thing about Orianna's ult is that if you're a great Katarina, and this will be interesting, if she Shumpos at the right time, she can avoid a lot of damage, but at the same time, if she burns Shumpo and Maokai capitalizes on it, it can be pretty hefty, because once they see that your Shumpo's on CD and Maokai jumps on you, you definitely will not be getting away anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I expect a pretty passive lane in middle, and Katarina maybe trying to roam more, because she's a better roamer overall.
Yeah. Which is surprising. That's why I hate Orianna, because Orianna can roam too.
Yeah.
She can do anything. With you mash W and you have 40% CDR almost, like... What is that character, man? What is that?
Yeah, she's so all around. You could pretty much put her in any kind of team comp and she works. It's just a solid champion.
Yeah, it is a solid champion, so let's hope for the best here. Oh crap. What is this? What is this? I don't even...
Oh, my screen is all black.
There we go.
Woo! Yeah, finally.
Woo! Mine was like not responding. Yeah, I was like, ooh, you might not actually be able to watch this. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. But yeah, I don't know. This matchup will be great. I think if something kills him at the end, it'll probably be Graves. Just because Graves, late game versus, like, let's say the team fight gets hefty. Graves, if he doesn't do as much damage as Draven will be able to carry, just because, you know, Graves has to get pretty close, and you don't want to get close to a Zyra, Rumble, Orianna, Maokai. Like, that stuff builds up, that AoE damage builds up, and...
Yeah, and they saw that Graves Amumu pick, and then they went for the Maokai, which is really smart. It's gonna negate a lot of that AoE damage. They got Katarina as well. When he puts that up, it's gonna be huge damage difference from... the case where he wouldn't be there. Yeah. So great pick of jungler.
Oh my. Hopefully this game loads. I don't even know what I did. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let me know if the game starts.
Oh,
there we go.
Now it started.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Okay, so here we go. Everyone's picking up their boots and pots and wards here. This is going to be interesting. Everyone's buying relatively quick. Look at that. It looks like...
Lulu.
The first.
Going for four wards, four
Wow.
health pots, and one mana pot. Not even the fairy charm. You don't see that a lot.
No.
And boots being picked up on the rest of the team. Same goes for purple. But
Three
Zyra has
wards.
only picked up 3 wards.
And you know, this is something I want to say for those who are trying to, you know, maybe carry with support in solo queue. It is not about the gold giving items lately. I've actually gotten 5 to 6 wins on Sona, and what you need to do is ward, because vision opens up opportunity, and opportunity is what wins you games. So it's not necessarily the gold count. It's definitely having opportunities early and opening that up. And that's what wards
I also
do.
tend to prioritize wards. Sometimes when you get to that late game, if you haven't itemized, you're gonna feel the pain. But at the same time, if you manage to get that advantage early, it's worth it, definitely.
Yeah.
I only like playing Blitzcrank though, because he's the fun one. And the grabs can really carry the games.
Yeah, yeah. So here we go, Fairy Charm on Zyra after going back here. So she just wanted the ward. Pretty interesting.
Rumble backing up for the 4th pot.
Lulu content with warding what seems to be this. Okay, we're going to talk about warding placement here. For those wondering, FJ, I'm the viewer. Why did he place wards here? This ward is great because right now, if Maokai comes in from this Fog of War area, it's very hard for Katarina to see. So if Maokai comes from this angle, she can relatively tell if Maokai is going to walk into the mid brush, if he's going to try and come from this angle where the Fog of War is dangerous, or if he's going to just flat out invade. So that's why that ward is so key, and that's why you need to burn it early. This ward, I think it's just typical defense. That way you can see if he walks past and goes for your wraiths, or if he's just going to straight up gank. So it's definitely good ward placement by Lulu. She's definitely no novice to supporting and using those wards effectively. So
yeah, they really don't want that Katarina to get ganked early. At like level 3, Maokai has very, very strong ganks, and they don't want her to get set off early.
Oh yeah. But this top matchup will be fun. I'm not new to this. I'm pretty sure once Rumble hits 5 and he starts charging up his flamethrower is when he wants to jump on Jax, because short engages will help Rumble a lot as long as he's charged up for them. However, once Jax, starts landing in power and leap strikes, and then he gets 6, Rumble has to be careful how much commitment he puts into his harass. So it's definitely gonna be interesting. We'll see if Jax utilizes the bushes here. Meanwhile, Rumble is going to utilize the bushes a little bit. That's a huge thing for top lane. So
yeah. And actually, Maokai coming in.
Uh-oh.
He's doing his counter attack. It has to burn the flash. No kill though. But
not
good
bad
gank
though.
from
Yeah.
Maokai.
Not bad at all. He might be coming around for round 2 here. Jax needs to be careful. He's quite confident. I like that about Jax. Looks like some poke is going to go back and forth between mid lane. Katarina falling at around 50%. So. Maokai is spamming laugh. I like this match already. we've got some great trolls in here. High level play, but troll attitudes. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. Wow, Maokai is so patient here. Jax has gotta know something's up. This is just weird.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He knows that he burned flash, and he knows that he has to be careful then.
Oh man.
The top lane sense. And Orianna actually putting out some good damage onto Katarina.
Oh yeah, the poke is just too strong. Right now you've got Orianna's range is just 550. That's at least 400 more than Katarina's melee range. And then on top of that, you have the ball that's around 800 range. So not even Shumpo can outrange the ball, being at 700. Now top lane's gonna get ganked here, but I don't think they're gonna pick up the kill. Wow, Rumble turning it around.
Maokai going in, twisted advance, and the punch going for the first blood.
Wow.
Kind of overextension by Amumu, and good map presence by Maokai, being able to come in there.
Yeah, I don't know, but when top lane takes a hit like that, it sucks. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if this Jax is a boss, which I'd like to think so, hopefully he can camp it out and survive, but that shit might snowball really hard. So
yeah. And the thing about Orianna versus Katarina mid is that oh, she's really committing. Ignite's going off on Katarina, nothing gonna happen. Orianna's gonna back off.